Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Sir Janus. We are here to present to you our prelim project in CCS108 Object-Oriented Program course. First, let us introduce our members. Ms. Benavides Nel Rose, Mr. Disena Kyle, Mr. Dueñas Mark Joshua, Mr. De La Peña Roberto, Mr. Erojo John Senrix, Mr. Laguna Junel, Ms. Maramag Joey Kaila, and Mr. Blando Christian. Sir Janus gave us instruction in making our prelim project, and this is the instruction. A pet shop is providing service to its customers, either having dog or cat as pets. Pet information is important for the pet shop so that the records can be collected and kept for the future use. Pet information for every customer varies depending on the preference of the customer. The following are the possibilities upon recording the pet information. And this is the preference questions format available. As you can see, number one is pet name and type, which is the type is either dog or cat. Two, pet name, type, and breed. Choices three, pet name, type, breed, and color. Choices four, pet name, type, breed, color, and age. Next is pet name, type, breed, color, age, and sex. And last choice is pet name, type, breed, color, age, sex, and owner's name. Create a menu-driven program in OOP approach using Java to stimulate the recording and displaying using a show details method of the pet class. The pet information for every transaction, note that pet objects should be created using overloaded constructors that satisfies the fields entered by the user depending on his or her choice among the given possibilities. The program will always show the menu for encoding information and should only stop when the user tries to select an exit menu. In this video, you will know how we come up with our output system. But before that, I will discuss to you first the flow of our system. So let's proceed. Again, good evening to everyone. I'm Junel F. Laguna. This is the flow of our system. When the program starts, the user will see a greetings from the system, which is the welcome to shop. Then there are two transactions that the user needs to choose. If the user click the choices A, which is the record pet information, the program will continue asking the user, and when the user choose the B or the exit, the system will automatically stop. But we proceed to choices A, the record pet information. If the user choose this transaction, a different questions format or information format will appear. It depends to the user if what information does he or she wants to record to for his or her pet. Example, the user choose the letter D option, which the information format is pet name, pet type, pet breed, pet color, and pet age only. After clicking the choices, the system will start asking questions to the user according to the format, which is the pet name. Example, pet name is doggy. Then the pet type is dog. German Shepherd is the breed. The dog color is black. And the pet age is 3. After the user done inputting the given information about his or her pet, the system will generate an overall result that will appear to the system. Then the system will continue again and showing again the user the two choices of transaction, which is the register again a pet or exit. If the user decided to finish the system or terminate the system, he or she must choose the exit option to stop the system. And an exit greeting again will appear, which is thank you for coming, please come again as our other added features. So this is the flow of our system. The next speaker will discuss and explain to us how we come up to the codes that we use to generate this flow of the program. That's all.
Good evening, everyone. As everyone can see, we created two Java classes. The pet.java class that serves as the guide or the blueprint of the system, and the main.java class that serves as the keeper of the data entered and printer of the system. In pet.java class, you can see the created fields. We use string data type for name, type, breed, color, sex, and owner name. We also use integer data type for age. We use string data type because it is a sequence of connected characters and the name, type, and breed of the pet is composed of characters. We also use integer data type because it accepts full numbers. We did not use the double data type because it stores numbers with decimal points and the age does not need to have a decimal point. Also, the constructors are placed inside the pet.java class. While in the main.java class, you can see the static string pet name, pet type, pet breed, pet color, pet sex, owner name. You can also see the static int pet age. Static. In Java, static keyword is mainly used for memory management. It can be used with variables, methods, block, and nested classes. It is a keyword which is used for a constant variable or a method that is the same for every instance of a class. In our case, we use the static keyword so that we can access the class fields from the pet.java class. Thank you.
Good evening. I am Johnson Wixteroho, and in OOP, overloading of constructors are possible. So in our code, in our system, as you can see, we have a lot of multiple constructor with only one classes. In parameterized constructor, there is one condition that you can have multiple constructor with the same size but not have the same exact value. For example, if you have a constructor which is have the string name and the string type, in this first constructor, we can see that the size and the value of our first constructor are only strings, which is the string name, this is the string type. In the instantiation below the creating the constructor, we can see that this name equals name. The this keyword is referring to the constructor itself, and then the equals name that is will be coming from the main class that will be inputted by the user. So as you can see here in the constructor, parameterized constructor, we have multiple constructor the with not the same value with not the same sizes and values, because in parameterized constructor the overloading of constructor is possible, but having the same exact value is not possible, and can create error for our system. So as you can see, our constructor here has not the same and unequal values and sizes. And as you can see, Miss Joey is highlighting our constructors, as you can see. And for the show details, Mr. Robert De La Peña will introduce and explain it to you. Thank you.
And now, let's proceed to method. Before I start, I'm Robert de la Peña, and now we use a method show details to print out the result of the user entered on the specific value on the parameter of the object, which declare system dot out dot print line, which shows the recorded information of pet name, type, breed, color, age, sex, and owner's name with the this parameter construction and to display the output. Now let's proceed to on the main Java class. If the user entered the letter A, the first object is chosen with the parameter pet name and pet type. By declaring the object and use of the show details method, the system will print only the name and type of the pet that is entered by the user, and the other are null. Same goes for the other letter choices. And also, we use concatenation to save time. And that's all. Thank you. And
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nelrose Benavides, and now let's proceed to the use of buffered reader and readline. Buffered reader is a class which simplifies reading text from a character input stream. It buffers the characters in order to enable efficient reading of text data. Reads text from a character input stream, buffering characters so as to provide for the efficient reading of characters, arrays, and lines. The buffer size may be specified or the default size may be used. The default is large enough for most purposes. Read line reads a line of text. A line is considered to be terminated by any one of a line key, a carriage return, or a carriage return followed immediately by a line key. The readLine method will return a textual line, all text until a line break is found. Read from the buffered reader. If there is no more data to read from the underlying reader, then the buffered reader's readLine method will return null. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Mark Joshua Dueñas. I'm here to show you the first part of the output of our project program. When the user runs our project program, the user will see the greeting that says, "Welcome to Pet Shop." To be able to proceed on the next system, the user must choose the action on the letter below. If the user chooses the letter A, the user can fill up the information of his or her pet. Then the user can choose different letters that contain of different information of his or her pet that the user wanted to be answered. And it will discuss by the next reporter. Else if, when the user chooses the action letter B, nothing will happen to the system. And it will display, "Thank you for coming. Please come again." And also, when the user entered inappropriate letter, the system will display invalid response, and the system will return on its first procedure choosing the letter A, record pet information, or the letter B, exit. And here is Mr. Romblando for the next reporter. Thank you.
Good day, sir. And my name is Christian Reblando, and I'm here to explain the if-else if statement as well as all the condition. I'm going to begin with the section. As you can see, after printing the option, the user select a letter for which he or she want to add data. This is the stage of every letter from A to F to be precise. the A condition has arrived. As you can see, we utilize the method called equals ignore case, or the equals disregard case. To case, this is if the input is A regardless whether an is lowercase or uppercase. Now, if the user types in A, the program or condition will output the information requested. In letter A, as you can see, we declare a string pet name and pet type. At the bottom, reader dot red line. Read, read line is a method of the buffered class, and the reader is its name. Now, I'm going to explain what is the instantiation is all about. We're going to create a constructor from the pet Java file, and we're going to call it pet. Then the name of pet is the new name of pet is pet1, and the equals new pet and the parameter. And the last portion of the condition, following which the user must enter the information that this software requires to print the requested information. We must use the method show details. Show details. Now, the user will choose the following letters, which are B through F, and he will have his own condition, just like the information that the user inputs and how they print, as well as after printing the information, he needs to print something. Choose your course of action, and he too has option A to re-enter the pet information, and B B if the problem persists. If the user select A, simply repeat the question or the pet information option. If B is true, the program will print. Thank you. Thank you for your time, ma'am and sir. Then proceed to the next reporter.
So good day to all of you who is watching this. Today I'm Kyle Desena, and today I'm going to show you the relevance of the output and the code of the program and how it works. So let me share my screen. So first, let's run the program. So we must run the program here in the main Java, because here is the main method. And as you can see, there's already an output here telling the user welcome to pet shop, and making me the user making the user uh, making the user to have a choice to take an action. For example, A is for record pet information, and B is exit. If I pick A, this would be the next step, which is I will choose whatever the information I would like to take. I want to input. And if B, as you can see, else if B, the system will print thank you for coming, meaning the process is terminated. And if else, uh, between A and B, no other than A and B, the system will print invalid response, meaning the system is not reading what you, or do not understand what you input. So next, I will make a choice. So after I pick A, here as you can see, You can choose a letter to input your information. For example, I want to input here, I want to input F. Then here, what's my pet's name? Easy. Is it a dog or cat? Dog. Breed? German Shepherd. Color? Black and brown. Age. So this data type is, as you can see here, it is int data type. So meaning you can only put numbers only. So I want to put age 2. Then next, male or female? Female. Owner's name. And then after that, the system will print the receipt, outputting the recorded information that I input. Then after that, the system wants me to take an action again. So for example, I don't want to input another information. So I can choose B, which is exit. And that's it. After you choose B, the process has terminated. And this is how we created our menu-driven OOP project and how it works. Once again, I'm Carl Decena with Ms. Benavides, Mr. Dueñas, Mr. De La Peña, Mr. Arojo, Mr. Laguna, Ms. Maramag, and Mr. Reblando. I hope you learned well, and thank you and have a great day. Thank you.